Oh my lord. I cannot wait for this big boy to come out. Wait. Just a darn toon second. What the is this shit? Wow guys, the end of an era is coming and the dawn of a new era is just over the horizon. What in God's name do I mean by that? Well, as the title of this video suggests, what's the deal with modern cars no longer offering a manual transmission option? Well, I have a few thoughts that I've gathered across the interwebs as well as talking to a bunch of car guys within my circle. Please note, I'm aware there are still plenty of cars offering manual transmissions, and let's get this out of the way before the rest of the video starts. When I refer to manual cars, I'm specifically talking about cars with 3 pedals and a stick shift. For some reason, many folks consider paddle shifters and manual mode as manual. That's not a traditional manual car, at least not in my eyes. Anyhow, there is clearly something going on in the automotive world that is taking what we know and love and smashing it into little bitty tiny bite-sized pieces. In this video, I'm mainly going to be focusing on higher performance cars, specifically the recently revealed 2020 Shelby GT500 and the up-and-coming C8 Corvette. So what exactly makes these cars so important? Well, for one, both cars represent America's greatest in terms of automotive performance. Both cars' heritage stems back over 50 years each. Both cars have amassed records on the drag strip and on the track that will make nearly every other car ever bow down in respect. Whether we like to admit it or not, both these American icons or legends truly showcase what it means to be a force to be reckoned with. Lastly, both these cars have always offered a manual transmission. Until now? Before someone starts typing in the comment section saying something along the lines of, "It's no guarantee yet that a manual transmission won't be offered," I know. There's an article from one of Ford's head engineers saying that we shouldn't rule the possibility out. The same may be true for the C8 Corvette. That being said, this is monumental. America has always been seen as the last frontier for high-performance manuals. From our Hellcats to our C701s, it seemed like America would stand by their manual trannies till the end, showcasing them in nearly all automotive shows. However, pretty much every European and Japanese car manufacturer have all but ditched the manual transmission in favor of either a DCT or a torque converter automatic in their modern higher performance cars. Now here comes the fun part. Why did they, the engineers and designers, do it? Well, there's no way to answer that question without getting a massive amount of dislikes, but regardless where you stand on the manual transmission spectrum, it's no secret that the world is changing and we're moving towards the automation of everything. We can schedule with a touch of a button on our smartphones to complete mundane tasks like turning on and off the lights at specific times. Self-driving cars are becoming more prevalent as each year passes, and kiosks are performing cashiers' jobs. Those examples are not even the tip of the iceberg of what mankind is trying to automate in the coming years or decades. So it's no wonder why auto manufacturers are moving towards, well, automatics. Who knows, maybe someday electric, self-driving cars will be the norm in our lifetime and manual cars will be just a relic of the past. La 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 la, I can't hear you! Bro, I understand. I hear you. Come here and let me hug you. We don't want to ever accept that day becoming a reality. Believe me, even in the motorcycling world, there are now electric bikes on the horizon that will be attainable and go as fast, if not faster, than their gasoline counterparts that are obviously paired with a manual transmission. I don't deny that there's certainly a fun factor to owning and driving a manual car. Even non-car enthusiasts that drive manuals admit that they find driving to be more engaging. Also, just maybe, there's this so-called, quote, rite of passage, end quote, to being a car guy, i.e. you have to know how to drive a manual, not necessarily own one. Otherwise, you can't be called a driving enthusiast, supposedly. However, I'm not going to sit here and argue why manuals are better than automatics subjectively, rather I'm going to approach this objectively. From a manufacturer's perspective, it's far less expensive to design and manufacture a car around only one transmission. Logistically, it just makes sense, and sports cars in particular are just too expensive and not as profitable as, say, trucks or sedans. Hence why Toyota and BMW work together to design and build their Supra and Z4 respectively. Also, from a practicality standpoint, there's no question an automatic is more practical and convenient when compared to their manual in terms of operating. Ease of maintenance probably still goes to the manual though. Performance-wise, hands down, this is not the early 2000s anymore, but modern automatics are more efficient and brutal when it comes to consistently putting down faster times than a manual. As much as we hate to admit it, a regular computer already performs operations at an alarmingly faster rate than us, so it's not surprising that a car's ECU paired with a modern automatic, especially a DCT, will outshift us mere mortals 99 out of 100 times. In an era where all car manufacturers are either engaging in a horsepower war or a numbers game, it's no wonder why the American car manufacturers want to smash records and claim titles at a fraction of its competitors' price, even if it means, quote, sacrificing their heritage, end quote. After all, progress supersedes heritage, at least in the car business where money talks. Even from a demographic perspective, most folks that could afford the C8 Corvette or a GT500 brand new tend to be well-off older men. Generally speaking, they prefer automatics. Gone are the days of messing around with a manual gearbox for them. So obviously the likes of Jaguar, Ford, Chevy, etc. have made the leap of faith by ditching their undersold manuals, especially in the US market where literally 97% of cars sold are paired with automatics. The last two iterations of the GT500 were exclusively paired with a manual gearbox, but Ford wants to get their money's worth, and selling an automatic GT500 would certainly garner more sales, whether you die-hard manual car enthusiasts would like to believe it or not. It just opens the door for a wider audience. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think manual transmissions will disappear in our lifetime? Comment down in the comment section below. Alrighty guys, that wraps up this video. Please stay tuned for more videos just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.